This is part 3 of the revision on Unit 7. These are our grammar exercises. Before I start the exercises, let's wrap the information together. First, my lesson was about the quantifiers many, much, and a lot of or lots of. Let's define them together. First, how many kinds of nouns do we have? We have 2 kinds of nouns, countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Countable nouns, they are nouns that we can count. They can be singular or plural, 1 apple or 2 apples. 2, the uncountable nouns, the nouns that we can't count, like water, flour, gold, iron, paper, money, love. Okay, then we have 3 kinds of quantifiers in this lesson. We have a lot of or lots of, we have many, we have much. What are these 3? A lot of or lots of, many, much. A lot of or lots of, they are used with affirmative sentences only. Take care. So if it's negative or question, never use a lot of or lots of. And it can be used with countable and uncountable nouns. What about many and much? They are used in negative and questions. So, negative and questions, we use many and much. In negative and question, we use many and much. Many with the countable nouns and much with the uncountable nouns. Okay, so let's fill in using many, much, or a lot of. Look here. Number 1. Sue has got Dot's money. She's going to buy a new house. First, is it a question? No. Is it negative? No. It's an affirmative sentence. So, without thinking, I will understand it means a lot of, because many or much, both of them used in negative and questions. And for sure, money, it's uncountable noun to care. I can't count money. Number 2. Is there Dot's ice cream in the bowl? Yes, there is Dot's ice cream in the bowl. It's a question. So can I use a lot of or lots of? Never. I have to choose between many or much. Can you count ice cream? No, ice cream is uncountable noun. So I have to use much. Yes, there is ice cream in the bowl. Is this negative? No. Is this question? No. It's an affirmative sentence, so I have to use a lot of. Number 3. There aren't clouds in the sky today. So there aren't? Yes, many. Why did I use many? Because this is a negative sentence. Number 2, clouds is a countable noun because I can count clouds. Number 4, there are Dot's reasons why we should do this. There are a lot of reasons. Great. Why? Because it's an affirmative sentence. I use a lot of or lots of in the affirmative sentence. Number 5, yes, there are Dot's flowers in the vase. So, can I use many or much? No, because many and much are used only negative and questions. So it's an affirmative sentence. It will be a lot of. Number 6, we have Dot's problems. It's an affirmative sentence, by the way, so we have to use a lot of. Number 2, rewrite the following sentences. Number 1, the professor has a lot of knowledge. I have to use not. First, this is an affirmative sentence. I have to change it into negative. So what will I change? Yes, I will change the quantifier I use, because here in affirmative sentence I use a lot of, but in the negative I can never use it. So it will be the professor doesn't have many or much knowledge. Can you count knowledge or information? No, it will be much knowledge. Number 2, there isn't much sugar in the cup. I have to change it from negative to affirmative. So I have to change my quantifier. So it will be, there is affirmative. Yes, there is a lot of sugar in the cup. Thanks a lot. Number 3, how much water is there in the bottle? A lot of. This is a question. So I understood. I have to answer. It will be, there is a lot of water in the bottle, because the affirmative sentence, I will use a lot of. So I have to answer. Number 4, there are lots of books on the shelf. I have to use many. So I have to make it either a question or negative. So let's change it into negative. For example, I will change my quantifier lots of. It will be there aren't many or much. Many for sure, because books, countable noun, on the shelf. Number 5, is there much rice in the plate? I have to answer with no. By the way, I have to use the negative, and this is a question. So will you change any quantifier here? No, because negative and questions, the same deal with the quantifiers. The same case. I will use many or much, and rice is uncountable noun, it's with much. No, there isn't much rice in the plate. So if you will have a question and negative, never change any quantifier. It's tricky, by the way. Number 6, you advise Anna to wake up early. Should. It's another issue. Let's revise it. If I want to say something good for you, if I want to advise you, I will use should or shouldn't. I will use should or shouldn't. For example, you eat too much sweets. So I will tell you, you should not eat too much sweets. You should get up early. You should come on time. Here, you advise Anna to wake up early. So it will be, you should wake up early, Anna. So I will cross the words you advise. Got it? And never use should with to, because after should is an affirmative infinitive verb. Number 7, you'd better not watch too much TV. So I should or I shouldn't? Yes, you shouldn't watch too much TV. Never say you shouldn't watch. No, should or shouldn't followed by infinitive. Should or shouldn't, they are modal verbs followed by infinitive verbs. Number 8, it's a good idea to go on a diet, like to lose weight. So you should go on a diet. Thanks a lot for part 3, and thanks a lot for listening.